Welcome to the third dungeon, the Tower of Hera. As we could tell, whoa.
Ooh.
As we could tell from the entrance, this is the dungeon where we're going to be using the hammer a lot. Because these happy little face things are actually springs.
This is pretty creepy.
Yeah.
Were they faces in the original?
I think so.
I always thought they were like arrows, but now that makes a lot of sense.
I thought they were like bumpers. If you touched them, you'd bounce around, but that's a different thing entirely.
Here at the Tower of Creepy Laughter.
It's almost creepier that they have dynamic faces.
I know, right?
Oh, speaking of bumper, here's these guys.
Aye.
From the little bit I played of A Link to the Past, I do remember these guys, and I hated them back then. I hate them now.
I like immediately, after frowning for a bit, the second they come back up, everything's just fine.
All's forgiven.
Yeah. That was a great experience, oh my god!
Who needs a chiropractor?
It's me. So I think I'm starting to see why this temple is short.
Yeah.
Dungeon, I should say. Tower.
One of them.
Yeah. Oh god, Switch puzzles. Like, those kinds of Switch puzzles instantly remind me of Oracle of Ages.
Oh, yeah.
Game tortured me as a child.
One thing I really like about this dungeon, it's one of the best examples of how this game uses verticality in the dungeon design. Since it's a 3D game and they had to use it, but not in a way where it's gimmicky. It probably is gimmicky, but it doesn't feel that way. Which I appreciate.
I hope they bring the graffiti thing back. Then again, I say that, and I'm like, oh man, I wish they'd bring back the Wind Waker, and they kinda did, but... I want the actual instrument, though. The baton.
Wait a minute.
Just had to feel that brick wall for a second.
Oh, it's just hearts. Well, fuck that. Nuh-uh.
I'm not gonna cleverly solve that. Screw it.
Okay, so the Stalfos, they can see the sword. I don't think they can see anything else. Ah.
I'm gonna solve you to death.
Do not want to deal with the caterpillars. Even though the little guys were never a problem.
Fire rupees! Ah! Ah! God.
They live.
That was for the classic fans. And the new ones who get it. That was for everybody. E for everybody.
5 for everybody. No, you don't.
I do like that the dungeons are actually designed with, like, yeah, intent to kill, but they didn't expect a fucking person who could turn into art.
I almost feel like they were designed with the intent for a person who could turn into a wall. That or somebody with, like, a pickaxe or a jackhammer. Oh no.
Oh no.
I did a wrong thing.
Slightly misplaced bricks. I can't cross that.
What I need to do is come up here instead. Me and my life savings. Oh no!
No,
I'm kidding, I don't have a life.
it's another chance to start anew.
Oh no, they're pink.
5. And dead. Super dead.
I like that the hammer's use is twofold. You can either crush them or you can just stun them, so you can go up and crush them later.
Why do I get the odd feeling that even though they give you the options after the first dungeon to pick any dungeon you want, they kind of intended for you to go to this one first?
I don't think so. I don't know, actually. I feel like this first stretch is sort of linear. You can probably go to whichever one you want. But it's not until the later chapter of the game that it really opens up.
I see. Well, I don't want to say anything, but that was totally your fault.
Yeah. I'm feeling out the dungeon, okay?
You're also leveling out the dungeon.
That's because there might be secrets hidden under there.
Right. Like another scary face.
Go to sleep.
You're going with me?
What's kind of interesting is enemies cannot survive a fall. Even if it's just one floor below, like not even a story. If they fall through a hole, they're dead.
Did the enemy have the key on it?
No, it's just that's where the key was.
Oh, because it fell in such a perfect spot. I thought it died, and then, like, because it died from the height, it gave you the key.
Wait a minute.
Ah! There we go.
Haha. What?
Haha, now I can't get it. Okay.
So that was the graceful way going there. That's after, like, I don't know, 2 minutes of me constantly falling and failing. Oh, this. I think they have this just because they're supposed to. Oh.
Oh, look at that.
This is probably an example of how having the 3D activated would make that a little easier to see. It's a dungeon with the 3D functionality in mind, but even then you don't need it. God damn it.
But it would help.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ah! Oh no!
Well, at least they put a face here.
I like that we're not calling it springs, just a face.
I mean, it propels you forward, but not because it has a coil, it's just out of happiness? I don't know.
See, look at that. It's like I'm running in midair. Again, it's an easy dungeon. Even the little mistakes don't cost you.
I think probably where it would cost you the most is when you're outside.
Probably. I haven't put it out, but you can probably tell. You can actually tell which direction the spring is going to bounce you by the direction it's facing. It doesn't shoot you straight up, it shoots you at an angle. No, no.
Oh,
yes!
Ooh, good. Oh, thank God, you don't have to carry it.
No. This isn't Spirit Tracks.
I like Spirit Tracks, but I always thought that was dumb.
Yeah. Granted, you are a tiny little kid.
Yeah, but Pizza Joe is pretty flexible, and he can do a lot, okay?
Boss time, look at that.
A burger?
It's a burger pillar.
Oh, shit.
So yeah, this is the same boss as before in the previous game. I don't remember what dungeon it was in. I think it was Eastern Palace. But there's a couple improvements. One, it looks like a burger, and that's amazing. Two, if you fall down to the area below, the boss's health does not reset. And that was a stupid thing in the original game.
So I see the strategy here is to tenderize it to death.
Oh yeah. Raise its butt. He does wreck me pretty good, though.
Yeah, he's killing you with calories.
I go right up to the wire.
The tower is now fat-free. Quality jokes from TheStrawhatNO. Thank you for watching.
This is why everyone missed you.
Nobody missed me.
Plenty of people missed you.
Oh, that's so nice.
We don't know any of them, but they did. We got the pendant of power.
It makes you feel well powerful. Okay, localizers. I'll give you that one.
No. You didn't have to work for the one of courage, though.
Did the wisdom one say it makes you feel very wisdomful? And they were like, wait.
I don't remember what it said.
You feel smarter.
You have a better understanding of your dumb decisions.
You're not stupid anymore, you idiot.
So in the next part, we're going to get the Master Sword, and then we're going to attempt to rescue the princess, or at the very least break into the castle.
So it really is going by the book, huh?
Oh, yeah. You said you watched the first 2 parts of the LP?
Yeah. So I'm aware that... I thought it was actually more of a sequel. I didn't know it was kind of like a reset, sort of, kind of continuation. It's kind of like both.
Yeah, it's a midpoint, which would be fine if it didn't feel like the game itself is saying to you, we're hitting the same beats.
We're hitting the same beats, but at the same time, it looks like a new game.
Yeah, I think the fact that they completely redid the dungeons and they add a lot of extra stuff forgives it, for the most part.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of Mario Galaxy 2, how they were gonna, like, remake it on the Wii, even though it came out on the Wii, and they were like, oh, it's Mario Galaxy 1.5, and they're just like, fuck it, let's just make it 2.
And from what I hear, it's the better game.
It is. It actually is.
And maybe some people think of A Link Between Worlds as that for A Link to the Past.
Yeah, I can see that, because I remember when this game came out, it got, like, a whole bunch of praise. People were like, best one in years! And then you saw some screenshots and, oh, I know why you think that.